Says the Chovot Levavot. Now, bitachon, how does it apply doing mitzvot? He's b'mashiyad bo tzadikim igmul ha'olam hazeh olam haba la'avodah. Now, relying on Hashem regarding the reward that He promised us in this world and the world to come. She'yishameu le'mi sharui lo. You have to trust Hashem that He will pay whoever deserves. He will give you. You did a mitzvah, He will pay you. V'chein yishalem onesh le'mi sharui lo. You have to believe also that Hashem will pay punishment to those who do sins. He's not going to let it go. Don't think Hashem forgets. Therefore, it's mandatory for a person who believes in Hashem, trusting in Hashem in regards to matters of reward and punishment is also part of having faith in Hashem. Like it says, it says that by Abraham, Hashem promised him that his reward in this world will be very great. It says he had faith in Hashem and Hashem considered it righteousness. Hashem says, wow, that's righteousness. When you believe that I will give you a reward, that means you're a tzaddik. A real tzaddik believes Hashem will give him a reward. David HaMelech, we say every day after the tefillah and shachrit, Lu le'emanti l'rot betuv Hashem be'eretz chaim. Right? We say, and you say Kaddish Shlama afterwards, right? Had I not had faith that I would see the goodness of Hashem in the land of life. He says, this that I'm going to be in Olam Haba and every reward, I have faith for that, says King David. I have faith. I believe in that. So you see that you have to have faith and believe these things. It's a lot of times the Yitzhak will tell you, nah, there's a lot of Rashaim, they do bad things, Hashem doesn't do nothing to them. You see, you could be Rasha and you'll be fine. And there's some people who say, you see, you do a mitzvah and it bites you. It comes back to bite you. There's no point in doing the mitzvah. Hashem doesn't give the reward. Hashem doesn't deliver, God forbid. You have to know not to give into those Yitzhara. So therefore he says that even if a person performs mitzvot, that doesn't earn him reward. A lot of times because we said we owe Hashem so much more for this that He does for us. He says, however, it's not proper for a person to rely on his good deeds and assure himself, I'll get compensation, because maybe your deeds don't deserve you anything, because maybe Hashem did way more for you. However, what should you do? Rather, a person should exert himself, put effort to fulfill Hashem's will, perform His mitzvot, and the appreciation for the kindness that Hashem bestows upon us. Not an expectation of future reward. But you should trust in Hashem that He will give you such a reward as a kindness. We know that Hashem could give Olam Haba as a kindness, that we learned before. And after you put the effort to serve Him and show thanks to Hashem for the kindness that He gave you, you should also believe that Hashem can give me and will give me Olam Haba. What do we say? We say, Rabbi Hananiah Kshamer, Asa HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Lezakot Yisrael, right? It says, Rabbi Hananiah Kshamer says that Hashem wanted to give Zuchut to Am Yisrael. Lefikach, therefore, what did He do? Lefikach, Irba Lahem Torah Mitzvot. Therefore, what did He do? He made a lot of Torah and Mitzvot. Why did He make a lot? Why? What does it mean a lot? A lot means that we don't know which mitzvah is going to give us Olam Haba. Maybe for all the mitzvah we did, we don't deserve. Maybe there'll be one mitzvah we did right, and Hashem's going to give us kindness on that and give us Olam Haba. So therefore, since we don't know which mitzvah is going to give us, Hashem gave us many chances. Hashem didn't give us one. Hashem gave us a lot of mitzvah to do, to give you many chances to get Olam Haba. So therefore, a person has to believe that Hashem could give him a kindness, and from one of those mitzvot, we'll get Olam Haba. But we don't serve Hashem for the sake of reward. One of the pious people used to say, no one gets a reward in the world to come for his good deeds. Because if Hashem would do cheshbon, if Hashem would be meticulous to calculate, then you would owe Hashem. Hashem wouldn't owe you. So therefore, what is it? It's all chesed. It's all Hashem's kindness. As it says, Adonai chesed, lecha Adonai chesed, ki ata teshalem leish k'maaseu. Hashem, you are His kindness when you repay each man according to his deeds. This you give a man Olam Haba is considered kindness, Hashem. Right? The seventh category which bitachon applies is chesed Elokim b'chira segulato b'olam haba. We have to believe that the kindness that come from Hashem for the world to come is for His chosen and treasured ones. Barov tovot asher lo nochal lesafran. We don't know the abundance of goodness that's going to be for us in Olam Haba. They say, the example Rabbi Victor Miller once said, he said that if you take all your life, all the pleasures you had in your life, you condense it into a pill, And not just that, you and your whole family, you and your whole community, all the pleasures they had in all their life, all those good moments they had in the feel-good movement, you put it all together, you put it in a pill. He says, take you, your family, your community, your whole generation, all the pleasures they had. Not just your generation, all the generations that existed in the entire world. All the good feelings, all the pleasures they had in this world, till this day of history today. Take all of that, put it into a pill, swallow that, and you feel all that euphoria, all that pleasure, in that moment from all those generations. That's not even one moment on Olam Haba. That's something that breaks your brain. It's mind-boggling. But what? It's immeasurable. The goodness is immeasurable there. Why? Because everyone who had pleasure in this world, it was this world. Olam Haba is not this world. It's something spiritual. It's not physical. Physical pleasure is much less than spiritual pleasure. So therefore he says, the appropriate manner of relying on Hashem in regards to this special reward is you should engage in the means of spiritual growth that can bring you to the level of the pious ones who are receiving this special reward. What is this? That's what we spoke about this in here. He says about it right now. And so you should practice actions of preshut abstinence, right? Despise unnecessary pleasures of this world, who banish from his heart the love of this world and preferences for it. We spoke about this in Mesilat Yesharim when we're learning Mesilat Yesharim, that a person is supposed to realize that I should really be looking and getting closer to Hashem spiritually and less for Gashmiut. Stay away from Gashmiut, right? Do I really need this car? Do I really need this clothes? Do I really need this house? You know, is it really? So why? Because Olam Haba, not Olam Hazeh, right? And we said that when a person goes to Olam Haba, what's Olam Haba? What is there? It's spiritual stuff. Don't think we go there and you're gonna have a nice Ferrari waiting for you over there, or it's gonna be like a wedding every night with a smorgasbord and dancing and music and hopping up and down. That's physical stuff. There's not physical stuff over there. It's spiritual stuff. There's yeshiva shel mala, right? So imagine they asked Rav Shach one time, right? What is Allah Shalom? What is Olam Haba? He says is because there's a sage, the Kohelet Rabbi. Yeah, it's Kohelet Rabbi. It's Midrash and Kohelet. It says that what's the difference between Olam Haba or Gan Eden and Gehinam? The Gemara, the Midrash says, is the hair's breadth, the thickness of a hair. It's like a small division. So how is that? So he said that the Olam Haba is a stender with a Gemara. And he says for some people it's Gan Eden, for some people it's Gehinam. It's Gehinam, right? So you're gonna go in Shiva Shel Mana. Shimon Bar Yochai is going to be teaching secrets over there, right? Meir Balanez is going to give a shiur over there about Batra, and he's going to give deep secrets over there, right? And you're going to be sitting there. So if you all this life, you are about Olam Haba and spirituality and learning and growing, so you're going to. This is juicy stuff. He's telling us secrets on the secrets. But if you are only Gashmiut, you go there and you're like, boring. Where is the party? What is this? I'm not ready for this. So it'll be getting out for you. It'll be getting out for you. So therefore he says that when you know and you have bitachon in Hashem that He's going to give us a place called Olam Haba, so you're going to start preparing for that place. You're going to start getting more and more spiritual and appreciation of Hashem's Torah and the ideals and the spiritual pleasure of growing, as opposed to only physical. You should shun those things. You should push those things away more and more, because there's no place in the world to come. That we're going to be there for eternity. If you think about it, we're here how many years? How long does a person live? We're maybe here 70 years, 80 years, 90 years, 100 years, 120 years. Compared to the eternity we're going to be over there, you should prepare yourself here. That way you're ready to go over there. But if you're not prepared, you're only busy with Gashmiut here, so then you're going to be lost over there. You're going to be so confused. You're going to be like, it's not for me. This is suffering. So therefore, that's what this bitachon pushes us to do. Baruch Adonai Olam.